Residual income. You've probably heard that phrase before, and you probably heard it in a context that made you roll your eyes a little. Usually it's attached to a pitch. Make money while you sleep. Set it and forget it. Passive income with zero effort. I want to throw all that out today and give you the real definition, because the real thing is powerful. The hype around it is what ruined the word. Here is the honest definition. Residual income is money that continues to come in after the initial work is done, because you built something that keeps producing value without your continuous hour-for-hour involvement. That is it. No magic. No do nothing and get rich nonsense. It still requires real work, often hard work, especially at the start. The difference is where the work goes. Linear income trades your hours for dollars, one for one, forever. Residual income front loads the work into something that keeps paying after the work is done. A musician who writes a song works hard once and gets paid every time it plays for years. A network marketer who builds a team works hard and earns when the team produces, not just when they personally make a sale. Residual income is not less work. It is work that compounds instead of resetting to zero every single day. Here is where most people get residual income wrong, in both directions. Some people think it requires no work. They join something, do the minimum, and wait for the income to appear. It doesn't. Residual income requires real effort up front, usually more effort than people expect, way before it starts compounding. Other people think it's a scam because they've seen it pitched badly, hyped up, oversold, disconnected from any real system. The bad experience makes them dismiss the entire concept, which means they also dismiss one of the most powerful tools for actually getting free. The truth sits in the middle. Real effort, real system, real compounding results over real time, not overnight. Let me show you how this actually compounds using a simple example. Say you spend your first 6 months building a small team of 10 people through network marketing. That took real, consistent effort, conversations, content, follow-up, training. Now those 10 people are each doing their own version of that work. Some of them build their own small teams. Your income is no longer dependent only on your personal hours. It is dependent on the combined effort of a growing group, most of whom you never personally have to manage hour by hour. That is leverage. That is the difference between income that requires your consistent presence and income that grows because you built something that runs without you watching it every single minute. Income is the river. Assets are the reservoir. Build the reservoir. Here is why this pillar comes first in the R.A.N.C.H method. Asset growth, the second pillar, requires capital. You cannot acquire real estate without funding it somehow. Most people try to fund it from their linear income, which is already stretched thin. Residual income gives you a second source, one that grows independent of your job, specifically so you have something to deploy into assets without touching your family's primary living expenses. That is the entire purpose of Pillar 1. Not a lifestyle, not status. The fuel for Pillar 2. So the next time you hear residual income, I want you to hear it differently. Not as a buzzword, as a real mechanism. Front-loaded effort that compounds into income that does not require your constant hours. If you want to see exactly how Sherry and I built our residual income base and turned it into real estate, the free training is in the description. It walks through the whole system. No hype, just the mechanics. You do not need to have all the money. You need to bring value to the people who do. Faith, freedom, financial independence. Now go build the rest.